26 degrees. And so when I was leaving just now, I was exiting from like our subdivision, whatever, and I saw this cat walking, and I'm like, wait a minute, that kitty is a very furry replica of Baby Dumpling. And I'm like, oh my gosh, are you? For some reason, I just automatically, like I roll down my window and I'm like, kitty, 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 and it stopped, and so I'm looking at it, and it's over there, I'm looking and talking to it, and I, for whatever reason, just, started calling it Mama, and I, honest to God, leaned over and grabbed the door handle to see if the kitty would jump in the car, and I'm like, what in the hell is wrong with you? What are you going to do with it? Take it back and lock it in the bedroom with the others? I'm like, no, I am so sorry, kitty. I am so sorry that you are walking around when it's 26 degrees, but but I will keep an eye out for it, just so that I can kind of investigate a little more if that is one of Baby Dumpling's relatives. So we'll see. Good morning, y'all. That we were talking about my bed and everything and the move and all of that. I can't remember, when did we talk? Was that Sunday, right? So maybe it was later that night. I don't remember when, but anyways, I got a text from my son that said, so we need you to go to XYZ store here and give them this SKU number. Well, there's two of them, two SKU numbers, and see if you like either one of those. And I'm like, y'all, like, I have to do this. said, is this an issue of not wanting to move the mattresses because mattresses are a pain in the butt? And no, it's just something that we know that you're going to need, and there's a really good deal on them, and so there's that. So I have to go, and I gotta do that after work today. He said I needed to do it before 5 o'clock on Tuesday, which today's Tuesday, and so when I get off work, I gotta run to the store, and the perfect scenario where it's like, here, why don't you lay on it and see how it feels, and then you lay on it you're like, I don't know. So I got to do that. And they got the appliances, the refrigerator, stove, and washer and dryer. Listen, I am being just like set up for comfort. I can tell you that. Hi, good morning. So, anywho. Oh, I know. It's dark. I'm going to work. It's 5 in the morning. Oh, it's 5. It says it's 5 o'clock. Yeah, I'm really late today. It's okay. It is what it is. Yeah, gotta go to the little job, make a little coins. So I decided. Like, I noticed that the cats were starting to really get on each other's nerves, and they were fighting more. Mostly it was Wee Wee was beginning to really try to get Dublin in line. And like, she was chasing him and slapping him, and she's like, you're gonna straighten up today. Anyway, so what I did is I went and I turned off all the machines, the fans and stuff. I turned them all off. And same, turned off the dehumidifier, and I closed off Cartman's bedroom door so they couldn't get in there, and then covered up. There's where they cut the drywall out from. So it's like the wall in like the living, it's really kind of the dining area. They cut out that drywall and it goes straight through into Cartman's bathroom, okay? And so, and I knew, well, that's not necessarily a big deal, it's just going into the bathroom, but once they get into the bathroom, that's where all the portals to hell are, So, anyway, I covered it all up. But one thing that I saw is when before I let them out, I went into Cartman's closet and I wanted to see exactly what is underneath those. Where do those portals go? Because it's so dark you can't see. I don't know what's under there. And what I found though was there is water water standing where like the bathtub would be or is, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to be there. So I took a picture of it the best I could, and I went over. I thought, well, I'm just going to go over and talk to the guy that does, like, he lives there. It's not the former maintenance guy, but this guy does, like, water heaters. He takes care of, like, stuff like that. Sometimes if they need him to. So I opened the door to go outside, and it was like I was hit in the face with snow. I could not believe it. I'm like, what? I didn't know it was supposed to snow. I didn't know it was that cold. But yeah, it was really snowing, and it was amazing. I couldn't believe it. So I went and asked him and showed him the photo. He's like, no, that's not, they should have siphoned all that out. That should not be there like that. Because it's just sitting on top of the foundation, and that's no good. So, anyway, so for sure I had to make sure all that was closed off. And so I let the cats out and let them run around and jump and do whatever they needed to do, get some exercise, whatnot. And then I told them it was bedtime, and I started kicking the fans back on, and they hauled me right back into the bedroom. It's hard on them too, being confined like that. So anyway, yes, I was so happy. I was so happy to see the snow. It was amazing. I couldn't believe it. And so I looked at the the radar, and I mean, it was quite a bit of snow that had, was passing through, like southern Kentucky, us, Middle Tennessee area and whatnot, and it was working its way on east somewhere. So, but yeah, it was nice for that moment, because I know once I move, I won't see it. I mean, maybe sometimes they do get snow, like in the Huntsville area and whatnot, but we'll see. So, but anyways, but in the meantime, though, wait a minute. Oh, and then, wait, one last thing is that then midnight I had to go into the kitchen to get water or something. So midnight, ran into the living room and into that area. And of course he did. He ran straight through that little hole between the dining area and the bathroom. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my gosh. So I ran around to the bathroom to try to prevent him from, going in under one of those paths. But, by the time I got there, I saw his tail, But let me tell you, that's definitely probably where the demons come from, because he wasted no time in turning around and coming right back out. My dadgum you. So, and then this morning he threw a fit to go outside, and I kept telling him, you cannot go outside, it's too cold. And he wasn't having it. I'm like, fine, but you ain't gonna get back in. But he might be able to, because I'm sure there will be people going in and out today, which I don't like. I don't like that. I don't know these people. These contractors, I don't know them. And my stuff's just sitting there. You know what I mean? So, is he there? Yeah, he's there. So, anywho, there's that. But, of course, then in at different periods, I was trying to listen to all this stuff about with KJ. And, I mean, my God, what... I tell you what, that has got to be the most, and we've said this a million times, she's the most hypocritical person. If somebody was reading Vaughn's medical records the way that she's doing and, putting out the information the way she is about Gypsy, I mean, come on. At some point, you just draw the line. And they are sitting there making fun of these people who live down in the bayou and, talking about how, when they say, talking about rolling up, well, I'm going to roll up, meaning they're going to show up kind of thing. She needs to be careful about what she's talking about, because she's just running her mouth and she don't know, they may roll up on her. People, you don't make fun of groups of people. And I mean, her and them other two wackos that are on her panel all the time were just really, talking about, inbreeding and all of that stuff. And I'm just like, because they're acting so childish about it. She will never change until something's going to happen. Something's going to happen, and she's going to be like, oh my gosh. But inbreeding didn't, and still doesn't just happen in the bayou. I mean, here in Tennessee, there's Kentucky. Kentucky has the largest number of people who have been inbred. There's so many famous people that marry within, their family. Harold of Norway, the royal family is, for centuries, have been notorious for, intermarrying and all of that. She really is. Yes, because I mean, granted, it's illegal. Um, you're not supposed to be, but I mean, there's a documentary series on YouTube where you can catch it on the Whitakers. Very, what word? I don't want to say notorious, or I don't want to say famous, but well known, I guess, family in the Appalachians that, and you can see all of the things that can happen through inbreeding. Because there's so many, deformities and different things like that. But the Royals, oh my gosh, they are Thomas Jefferson, and Adams, maybe John Adams, I think they both married, people that were relatives. There's a lot of people, famous people. So, but you know what? She's not had any stories. KJ has nothing else to talk about besides Sister Wives, and pretty soon that will, if it hasn't already. I don't watch the show, so I don't know, but I know that it will probably be going off again soon, for the season, and then she'll be back to having nothing. So right now, Gypsy is her meal ticket. So, and I just feel like, enough is enough already. Enough is enough. It's stupid at this point to keep on just harping. She's put the same stuff that she talked about months ago about Rod and his past, and she's putting it all back out there again as though it's some damn new information, and it's not. She's just repeating the same old crap. So, she may find it a slap in the face one of these days when she figures out that maybe somebody in her own family, that there was some inbreeding going on in her own family. Okay, so she's so immature. Anyway, yeah. No, it doesn't. It does not. And, places are poked fun of, like here in Tennessee or Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, West Virginia gets it because they've, West Virginia and Kentucky. I mean, there's a lot of places that, but it just never ceases to amaze me how she chooses to live her life doing what she's doing. Right? You never know. So, but anyway, I guess I better go in now. I don't want to. I wanted to stay home. So we have 2 maintenance guys on staff, right? And still yesterday, like nobody has shown up to come and discuss this situation from, the office or not. None of them have, nobody. So I get a knock at the door yesterday, and I opened the door, and at first I didn't recognize him because he was all bundled up, but it was the newest of our maintenance guys. And so he comes in, he's got this clipboard with paper and whatnot on it. And so he steps in, and he's got a I don't know where he's from, but he's I can't really understand it by his accent, sometimes what he's saying. But what I got is replacing the carpet. And I said, well, I hope they do. And so we're going on, and listen, it was really awkward because he had no idea what had happened. He knew nothing about it. He said, well, I'll let the office know. Let the office know? Oh, honey, I'm sure they know. I'm sure they know because people were calling the emergency line to get some instruction on what to do and blah, blah, blah. And, and so we talked for a while, and then I'm like, well, then what did you come over for? Oh, I was just coming around. I have to go check people's, their faucets and their heating and stuff. Yeah, not today. Not today. We ain't doing that. I couldn't believe it. The poor guy, he didn't have a clue. I know. He was just, he didn't understand. He looks at the rug and sees that it's all, ripped up and laying there. It never dawned on him, I guess, that, wait a minute, there might be something going on here. It was funny, but yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. So, but you know what? I am still, I am still teetering on just blowing up. And, I try really hard just to, but I'm challenged, but it's like I am challenging every, there's all these boxes and all this stuff sitting outside my door at home, and you're not supposed to leave anything, trash, nothing. You don't leave anything outside. That stuff has been sitting there since that happened. And I dare them to say anything. I was kind of waiting on maintenance, the main maintenance guy to show up, because I was going to have him haul it off. Here you go. You weren't here to help do anything with all of this, so you can haul this down to the dumpster. How about that? So it's going to sit there until, I guess, I'm ready to remove it. And let's just see. Try to find me. try to tack on something. And also the rent this month, don't even ask me for it. Don't ask me for it, because I'm not going to pay rent when this is happening. So we'll figure it out. So that's where I am right now. I'm still kind of teetering, trying not to go off the deep end and lose my mind. And then last night, Cartman sent me a message, and it just said, I love you, Mom, with a red heart. And so I said, I love you too. And then I asked him, what is this all about? And he didn't answer me. I never got a response. So then I got right into my head thinking, I hope he's not going to try to harm himself. So, and I was thinking, oh boy, I'm going to get a text message or a phone call saying, that there's an emergency and I need to contact them, whatever, No, he wouldn't. So, anyways, so that's why I am still kind of like weird in my head. I think I have reached the end of enough is enough. I'm tired. I'm not doing this anymore. Like, so we'll see. Just like me sitting out here and it's now 5:24. Ugh. So, anyway, I'm tired. I didn't sleep at all last night. So, but that's okay. And that'll help me sleep tonight. So, but have a good day. Yeah, stay warm if it's cold. Is it cold there, B? What's the temp? And this morning I was like, am I really going to make an iced coffee when it's like really cold outside? I was like, yes, I am. I don't want hot chocolate yet. 2 degrees. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's crazy. All right, my dear, let me get out of here. Let's get this over with so I can go lay on mattresses. So, yes. Yeah. When I make it, it's not really, like, it's mostly all the flavored creamers. But that's okay. Anyways. All right, honey, I love you. And I will talk to you soon. Mwah! Bye.